If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood nigga's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now, before we get into the video, do me a favor real quick. Make sure you smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you are enjoying my content, please hit that notification bell so when every time I drop a new video, you'll be the first to get it. Now check me out. The brother 21 Savage has been catching a lot of backlash, man, just for expressing himself and saying in his own city, he's telling people, gangbangers, people that's doing all the gun violence down there to put the guns down, right? And it fucks my head up, you know what I'm saying, for the simple fact that for him to say something like that, he has caught a lot of backlash. Why? Because people are expressing that, hey, you know, 21 Savage, you rap about gun violence, you rap about gang violence. How dare you tell somebody to put the guns down, right? And I understand where you people are coming from. You know, all the people that's calling him a hypocrite and things like that. I feel where you coming from. However, I would have to disagree with you 100%, right? And let me explain to you why. The mass majority of 21 Savage's fans, the mass majority of Lil Baby fans, the mass majority of Lil Durk fans are people of European descent. And what I mean by that, white people, right? I don't know if y'all noticed, but whenever you look at a concert, whenever these dudes is doing major events and stuff like that, if you look into the crowd, yeah, you're going to see the brothers and sisters in there, but the mass majority of the people at these concerts that listens to this drill rap, this gangster rap, this trap rap, is people of European descent, white people. Now, the reason why I disagree with you is because of that one thing, but then here's the second reason I disagree. After these kids leave the concerts and go back to their suburban neighborhoods or go back to their, you know, big nice houses and shit like that, I don't hear about them spinning the block looking for people to shoot. I don't hear about them, you know, starting gangs, gang banging. I don't hear about them, like, you know, grabbing guns and shit like that and loading up and just going to go commit crimes and shit like that. I don't hear about that type of shit after they leave the concerts or days and months after the concert. I don't hear about this type of shit. The world don't hear about this type of shit. So I would have to disagree with y'all on that right there and have to agree with him just being creative. You know what I'm saying? Him just expressing himself, expressing where he came from and just talking about what he done been through and just having a cold-blooded imagination to just talk his shit the way that he talk his shit. It's entertaining. Ain't no different from the movies that we watch, you know what I'm saying, with all the gunplay and the violence and the drug dealing and shit like that. It's entertaining, right? So I would have to disagree with y'all on that level right there. And say this right here. This is what I believe right here. I believe that it's not the music, right? I can't agree with that. And let me explain to y'all why. Music is music, right? What causes kids to get guns and join gangs and shit like that ain't got nothing to do with the music. That shit has a lot to do with influence. Not the influence from the music, but the immediate influence that's around the kids at that time. What you talking about, hood educated? Let me tell y'all what I'm talking about. They friends, the school that they go to, the environment that they raised in. That shit right there is the most powerful influence on your child that you just really don't understand. If you are listening to me right now and if you used to gang bang or you still gang banging, how did you join the gang? How did you even know anything about the gang? It was your friends. Motherfuckers that's around the neighborhood. Motherfuckers at the school. These things right here influence your children more than you do. Little do you know that. Yeah, we got to understand some, y'all. Kids got two lives. They got the life with the parents that they be in the house doing their chores, nice little kid doing what they supposed to do in the crib. That's one life. The second life, as soon as that motherfucker leave the house, he got a whole nother life. Believe me, y'all know what I'm talking about because y'all like me. Y'all done been through this shit if y'all hood educated and y'all done been through the shit. Y'all know as soon as you leave the house, you turn into a whole nother motherfucker. I'm talking to the men and the women. So it's not the music, it's the environment, it's the friends, it's the schools that these kids go to. So if you see your child hanging with the wrong motherfuckers, save your child life. Explain to him why he shouldn't hang with them. Don't just tell him not to hang with them. Explain to him, show him, give him good reasons not to hang with them. Give him rewards, give her rewards not to hang with them. Give them some incentives not to be around them because the influence is too powerful. The influence is way too powerful, y'all. I'm giving y'all some real game. The influence of the environment, the influence of your friends and motherfuckers at school is way too powerful. Way too powerful. So you got to give them something. You got to give them some type of reward, some type of incentive not to fuck with these type of people and then guide them in the direction to fuck with the other people that's doing the right thing. It's not the music. It's not the movies. It's the influence, it's the environment. Now, I hear a lot of y'all, I mean, and I understand what y'all saying, man, about, 21 Savage being a hypocrite. A lot of people are saying, man, like, how dare he? Who is he to speak up on this shit, right? So I would have to say this to y'all. I mean, I disagree with y'all, but I would have to say this right here. Who better than to speak on gun violence and gang violence than an ex-gang member? Than the ex-gangster, right? You got to understand something. As a gang banger, I will listen to an ex-gang banger breaking shit down to me before I listen to a preacher trying to break some shit down to me. Before I listen to a teacher trying to break some shit down to me. Before I even listen to my parents that go to work every day and come home and shit like that. I'm not finna listen to them like that because they ain't experienced the shit that I done experienced. You see what I'm saying? That's just like drug addicts. They take ex-drug addicts to help clean, to help make other drug addicts cleanse. You know what I'm saying? To get them from stop doing the drugs. They use other drug addicts to, to teach and to preach the shit because another drug addict gonna look at an ex-drug addict and say, I know exactly what you're talking about. I used to go through the same thing. And if you can do it, I can do it. So who's better than a motherfucking rapper with some influence? That's an ex-gang member. That's an ex-gang banger, or still is a gang banger. To tell your children, hey man, put the motherfucking guns up, man. Quit tripping. The preacher's been doing it for years. Kids still been gang banging and doing shit. Teachers been doing it for years. Kids still gang banging and killing shit. You probably been telling your child, hey, leave that shit alone. They still gang banging and killing shit. So who better than somebody with some type of influence that lived the life that they used to live? See, it's better to receive it from somebody that walked the walk than a motherfucker that just read a book about some shit and then now trying to come and tell you about what he know you going through. Nah. You want a motherfucker that done walk that you done heard about to say, hey man, listen, check this out, man. Y'all heard of me, man. I'm Lord so-and-so. Y'all remember me? Yeah, your father know me, your uncle know me. Yeah. I'm the one that did all that shit back in the day. But I done stopped that. This what I'm trying to do right now. You see what I'm saying? So who better than him? The only thing that I would say is this right here, man. I believe that when he came out and said that all the Atlanta rappers should have came behind him. You know what I'm saying? Lil Baby, all the rappers with QC right now, Future, all the rappers that's popping in Atlanta right now should have came behind him and say, man, we stand with this brother, man. T.I., we stand with this brother with put the guns down type shit. You know what I'm saying? I believe that right there would have been way more powerful than just him just by himself just saying it. But it still can happen, because hopefully this right here might spark the idea. I mean, if one of them rappers down there was to hear me, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that they'll put that together, because I believe that influence right there would be powerful. We got to understand, some of y'all, gang bangers and shit like that really don't want to live that life. They compelled to. They put themselves in a box and then they just stuck there. They stuck in that shit. But if they had a way to get out, they'll take it. They'll take it. And I'm talking about in a minute, they'll take it. But ain't nobody trying to talk to them. Ain't nobody telling them, hey man, look, go this way. Let's do this. Especially not somebody with some influence. The person gotta have some type of influence for the gang banger to listen. If you a poop butt ass nigga and shit like that, they ain't listening to you. You a goofy to them in their mind. You a lame. Your words have no power. Your words have no authority. It has to be somebody that they look up to, somebody that they value, somebody whose words may mean something to them. And who better than gangster rappers to say, hey man, put the motherfucking guns down. So come on, man, we can't have it both ways, man. I mean, like, a lot of the times we sit up here and we say, man, quit the violence, stop the violence and all this old type of shit. But then at the same time, when a motherfucker say stop the violence, and then we want to criticize them. A lot of the times we don't understand violence until that shit hit home. So for a lot of people that's criticizing the brother for coming out and saying that, hey man, put the motherfucking guns down, probably ain't never been touched by violence before. They nephews and nieces or brothers and cousins and shit like that ain't never got killed, shot, stabbed, beat up, and all that old type of shit. So we can't have it both ways, man. Here it is. We got a motherfucker, man, that's taking the time out his day to say stop the violence. We should be championing him right now. We should be holding this nigga up instead of tearing this nigga down. This hood educated, not lane related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. I would like to say to my members, I really appreciate you guys. Continue joining the channel. Get that merch. I got some good merch on there, so check out my merch. Follow me on Instagram. Any business inquiries, email me and let's do something. Peace and love.